So, Wuthering Waves has been absolutely killing it recently with a lot of the updates that have been coming out. Obviously, we've had rinascita and a ton of stuff coming towards that. And also, sorry, I'm flipped the other way around for this video so you guys can see all of the information I'm trying to put on screen. But pretty much there's been some new kind of Google Trend data, which a lot of people have gotten very excited about, especially on the Wuthering Waves front. Now, obviously, let's just start off this video by saying that Google Trends isn't the be-all and end-all of every game. You know, every single one of these games mentioned or actually brought up in this chart are doing absolutely amazingly, but it is interesting to see the popularity growth of Wuthering Waves over time, and it seems like they're doing very, very well with that version 2.0 update. Now, let's just take a look at this first of all. So, obviously, in blue we've got Wuthering Waves, in red we've got Genshin Impact, yellow we've got Honkai Star Rail, and green we've got Zenless Zone Zero. Now, at the top, obviously, is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has had a extremely popular update recently with the whole Natlan stuff, which again got it to the spike of 100, and it's still doing very, very good, meaning that it's going to be on the top. Genshin Impact is just a massive game overall, regardless of what you think about the kind of mechanics of it, regardless of what's actually in the game. It's still a really big game, and I don't think anybody can really refute that. But Wuthering Waves, actually, before with Google Trends and stuff, we've seen it be below all of the other games, but now it seems like they are kind of going up above Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero, two other massive games, especially considering that, Zenless Zone Zero had their soft launch recently with the whole reset of stuff, and I'm pretty sure that is what this spike here is. You can correct me if I'm wrong, this is the 18th of December, but that is the highest spike they've had in the past 90 days, so I'm going to assume it is that, and if not, then it's even worse if it is, a different day. But that is the highest spike they had, whereas Wuthering Waves 2.0 actually got up to 32 here, and it's actually still going up afterwards. They had a little bit of a drop-off after, the day after the update, but then afterwards, it's still going up, which is really, really exciting to see, and it seems like the overall interest in Gacha is going up just in general. A lot of the analytics on YouTube have been really great for me and for other creators. It's been absolutely insane the amount of support people's videos have been getting, and it seems like, you can see here, all of these, even if you're looking at some of these smaller ones as well, like Honkai Star and Zenless, down at the bottom, you can see they're going down and then they're going upwards, which again is really exciting to see because it's a kind of sign that people are kind of more interested in gacha games, no matter what kind of gacha game it is. Now, obviously, if we go back to the past let's just go to the past 12 months. 12 months is going to give us a full view on how well Wuthering Waves is doing at the moment. Obviously, this was the main spike that Wuthering Waves had whenever it released. It went up to 100, which is absolutely amazing to see. Now, obviously, Genshin Impact is almost going back up to that state as well, which is good for them, obviously. But Wuthering Waves has been almost at a low point. You can see it went down, and then there's only been a couple of spikes, which has never really made a dent in anything. No one really cares about it. But now this is the first proper big spike we've had from Wuthering Waves, and hopefully we can see this go up even further. Now, do I think it's going to reach the 100 mark like the previous release one? No. I think the release was massive. I think a lot of people came over for that, but I do think it could go even higher than it currently is. It says 36 here, so maybe it could go even higher in the next coming days, because a lot of people are going to be coming over to the game, and a lot of people are going to be searching up, because not only, so people want to know why it's different and why this is going up so much. Well, obviously, one factor, I think one very important factor, is the PlayStation release. PlayStation, obviously, there's a lot of people coming over completely new to the game that don't know a thing about the game, and as we saw with the release, it got a score of 100 at the very top, which means a lot of people are searching up guides, a lot of people are searching up tutorials, a lot of people are searching up just content to do with Wuthering Waves because they'd never seen it before. And I think this is the same spike that we're getting with the PlayStation version as well. A lot of people, obviously in the release, everyone was searching it because it was PC and mobile players, but now we're getting the spike of PS5 players that are actually going over and trying to find out more about the game, which I think is really, really good. And obviously it proves it's good for Wuthering Waves in general, because it it generates way more revenue, it generates way more interest. Obviously the interest for Wuthering Waves has been at an all-time high recently, and I'm pretty sure I saw Asmongold play it on stream recently, meaning that even he heard about it, and he did it unsponsored. I think that's from what I know, but he did it unsponsored, which is pretty big for some big streamers out there to actually play this. And yeah, it seems like Wuthering Waves is kind of catching the attention of a lot of people, so that is very exciting to see. And I just want to share this information with you guys. As I said, the Google Trends page isn't the be-all and end-all of information. Obviously, you think maybe some games making a better revenue source or something like that. Yes, maybe. But in terms of people searching up stuff worldwide, obviously this is worldwide, it's doing pretty good. So hopefully, you know, we do see even more of that. And also not to mention that it's doing really, really good over on the Bilibili game rankings. It's actually featured in like multiple of these categories. We've got this first category, which I'm not sure exactly what it bases it off, but it's above Genshin Impact and also the PC version of Genshin Impact. It was also pretty high up in the PC category and also the popularity category, but being number one on one of the Bilibili game categories is absolutely amazing, and it kind of proves how well Wuthering Waves is doing. As I said, not only do we have this information from Google Trends, but we have this information from Bilibili. We also have information from PlayStation as well. PlayStation actually released a chart thing. Well, you know, it's like a kind of ongoing chart, and they were actually placed number 2 in Japan and also pretty high in some other places as well, which again is going to help the game out a ton, because as I said, there's a lot of people who kind of scroll through the PlayStation store, kind of think, what game do I want to play? And obviously Wuthering Waves being at number 2, it's going to be quite high up on the page, meaning that a lot of people are going to click on it. It's going to get that like really good, I guess, click-through rate. Obviously click-through rate is a term that we use over on like YouTube quite a bit, but I guess it kind of works as well over on the PlayStation store, because the better a game is doing and the more popular it is in terms of rankings, the more people are going to see it. So that's a really, really good thing that Wuthering Waves is going to definitely take advantage of. And they did talk in an interview about some future platforms that they're going to add it to. So hopefully, you know, we're going to see them add it to maybe Steam, maybe add it to the Switch. Probably going to be the Switch 2, because I don't think the Switch 1 could even handle Wuthering Waves at all, to be honest. But I think, you know, adding it to new platforms is going to help it kind of boost it up, because not only does like Wuthering Waves have a good pool at the moment of players, like it is pulling in a good amount of players just from the Gacha community, but I think if they do add it to these platforms, I think they're going to bring in a lot of people who don't usually play Gacha games, who aren't really like familiar with Gacha games too much, which I think is going to be good for growing the game in general, because we don't want like just everyone being from like, oh, I'm an ex-Genshin player, or I'm an ex-this player, and you know, they've just been in the Gacha space. We do want to pull in some more people that are like, you know, or I'm assuming Kuro Games do want to pull in some more people that, you know, maybe have never really played a game like that before, because you know, it gives them more players, it gets them more revenue, it gets them more popularity. So overall, yeah, very, very cool from that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because I think honestly it is a good thing for Wuthering Waves that they are being searched up about more. I think it's a good thing that, you know, it's gaining this more popularity, because it means that Kuro Games can work even more, because if we have more people coming over to the game, more revenue, stuff like that. I don't really want to state the obvious here, because I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to figure it out that, you know, more people means more revenue, which means more bigger updates, which means, you know, rinascita and even future regions can get even better. And overall, it is just a really good sign for Wuthering Waves in general. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video just to, you know, keep you guys updated with what was going on. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.